Hello. So 10 reasons why your budget might not be working for you. Number one, you've not defined your end goal. The reason that you're doing this in the first place. You've got to be aiming for something that makes the portion control process make sense to you. It could be simply to get a grip with your money so that you don't get into debt. It could be so that you can afford a few nice things every month without feeling any guilt or without overspending. And it could also be that you have a much bigger prize in sight, something you're really saving up for. It could be a wedding, a car, a house, all manner of things. Number two, you've restricted yourself too tightly so that it becomes a chore, making you feel really miserable. You've got to live. Maybe your goals need to have a longer timeline, or you need to increase your income streams. Number three, you've not created a 12-month budget so that you forget little things that keep cropping up, like the car servicing, for example. Planning out the whole year with your expected incoming and outgoing will help you to create more of a cash flow approach. Number four, the prices of everything this year are going up so much, it's pretty painful. So it's where you need to consider how much extra you're going to have to pay for things that perhaps last year you were paying significantly less for. Number five, have you set up a break glass for emergency pot of money? And it could literally be a little piggy bank if you really want it to be. Obviously, if it's completely up to you how much this money needs to be. But if something in your house or your car were to break and you have to replace or repair it, at what point financially would it really make you wince? Is it 500 quid? Is it 1,000 quid? Whatever that might be, that's your ideal pot for your emergency fund to have. Number six, if you've got expensive seasons, like most of us do have around Christmas time and summer holidays, and if this really massively affects your money, maybe you need to consider actually having a yearly savings fund. Some people call it a sinking fund, it's quite an American term. So every month you put away a certain amount of money so that come that point in the year, in theory, you've got enough money to use to take it out. So actually you're more of a consistent approach to your money throughout the whole year. Number seven, you keep wondering what you've got left to spend mid-month because your bills come out at different times. A couple of solutions for you. As much as possible, if you can arrange your direct debits to come out around payday so that you know exactly what's going on, or, and this is my favourite, what I've always done my whole life, have three accounts. So you've got your main account where you've got your income coming in, and you've got your main bills going out. Your second account, which is where you set up a standing order so that you have your budget of your spending money. That's what you have, and you're completely clear on what that is every hour of every day. And your third account is for your cash savings. So number eight, maybe there's a little bit of mindset adjustments that you need to work through. Maybe you think that you're crap with money. Maybe you've been told that you are. Maybe you feel guilty spending your money. There are a lot of courses and books that you can take up and have a read about to make yourself feel a little bit more imbalanced with what it is that you're trying to achieve. And I'll be looking at running a workshop in collaboration with somebody else later on this year, so watch out for that. Number nine, this is a bit of a tricky one. You're in a relationship where you're not on the same page together financially. Now, if you're pulling in different directions, if one of you wants to spend a little bit more than the other one, or just really needs this thing and you don't think they need that thing, then that's obviously going to creep into your relationship and start to harm things from the beginning. And money is a massive problem in relationships, or it can be. So obviously you need to work together as a team and make sure that you are definitely on that same page when it comes to where it is that you're going together. Number 10, you're overcomplicating it. Whether it's one of my done for you spreadsheets that you've chosen to use, or just a pen and a bit of paper, ultimately all it is figuring out your income minus your outgoings equals what's left to spend. And that's all there is to it. Where you choose to spend your money is of course up to you, but as long as you're doing it with purpose, you'll be happy and in control. That's it. See you next week.